Welcome back or welcome in. If you are new to the channel, my name is Purpose Peace or Neil Olivia, and I am a certified life coach and food practitioner. And here we speak of things all mind, body, soul, because the ultimate goal is to help you align with the greatest version of yourself. And this is growing grounds. So sow your seeds and be prepared to receive. And I really hope to learn from you guys in the comment section as well. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share. It'll really help the channel. But today I wanted to talk about kind of the limitations we place on ourselves because we aren't always able to acknowledge or accept that we're holding ourselves back from moving forward in regards to the layers that are accumulated by life experiences that make us hard or that cause us to overprotect or harbor distrust and things like that. We are our own hindrance in regards to moving forward in forgiving others because we tend to take out that anger on them and we blame them, or we now hate them, or we just don't trust people. But in reality, that's a reflection of how we truly feel within ourselves. We're mad that we can't trust ourselves because we're blaming ourselves for being in that position. How could I have been so foolish? How could I have, how could this happen to me? Especially if you're a planner and like you feel like or just you're a very thorough person, like type A personality, you can be very hard on yourself. And I know, because I definitely was that. Now I'm kind of like in between type A and type B. I don't even know, because I change every day, honestly, because I'm trying to be better than I was yesterday. So just putting in new practices, implementing, it's like we are whatever we think we are in that moment. So that's why it's so important to have control over your mind. But like I was saying, we kind of play a role in our suffering, because remember, suffering is within our own making. It's us replaying a scenario in our head when we have the power to rewrite that script. And so in order for us to really kind of move past that, move past those layers, we have to really dispassionately observe the scenario. We have to be willing to detach our emotions from the actions that took place and see how we can extract the lesson from it. Because in my head, when I frame it as this is something that happens for my greater good, all things are happening to me for my greater good, it inevitably creates like a, not necessarily a challenge, but like a character upgrade. I think of it sort of as a video game. Like it's a new level, because once I identify this pattern, or once I recognize that this reaction is what ended up with this result, or this lack of foresight is what caused the accumulation that I am now dealing with. When I'm able to see that progression, then I can apply it and not only not have to go through it again, but I'm able to become stronger because of it. It's now a muscle. Because sometimes, like, if you work out, you will train and you be like, dang, I'm sore. I didn't even know that there was a muscle right there. You feel me? Like, there's a muscle on my left pinky toe. That's crazy. But you didn't know that until you started using it. And then now that it's sore, okay, so it works. Okay, so it just needs to build some strength. And that's the same thing when it comes to our life experiences. We act out of that soreness. We lash out. We, just have reactions instead of responses. We don't take the time. Like, some people seem to be so patient. It's like, dang, were you always like that? Some people naturally are, but others have learned to let go. And the people who aren't patient, they're typically, because it's behind the whole, like, anger is honestly because of a deep, it's unresolved emotions. It's not really actually madness. You feel me? And so, and I try not to say, like, you feel me, because I'm supposed to be professional, but there's different sides of everybody. So it's like my professional side and my playful side be coming out when I'm doing these videos. Sorry, but I completely forgot what I was saying. Why does this happen? I don't know what I was saying, but ultimately, it's important for us to sort of be willing to let go of the role that we played and the blame that we place upon ourselves and accept the outcome for what it is and move past it. And in that forgiveness of ourselves, we're able to then forgive the perpetrators, or we're able to then forgive, you know, life, or whatever you feel is the causation of, you know, what the pile that you're in. But at the same time, that's life. It's a revolving door. If you're not in a storm, you're going through one, or you're headed towards one. And it's not bad. Storms aren't bad. To me, storms are beautiful, because at the end of it, well, first of all, it's cleansing. It's water that takes away your energy. It cleanses it out. It washes out what you no longer need, and it pours on just freshness, fresh layers. And the smell of rain is just so invigorating for me. But then at the end, you see a rainbow sometimes, most times, or regardless, the sky excuse me, ends up clearing up. It don't stay gray forever. The sun's gonna shine. The energy will come. The photosynthesize. That's how, you know how plants photosynthesize. Since we all made the same thing, I kind of say that same, because we need vitamin D, and the most primary way we can get it is the sun. And so I think that there's beauty in storms, and it's probably created like that on purpose and for a reason, not only metaphorically, but you know, that's spiritually. It's the chance for us to water seeds. Oh, that's what I was talking about, the strength that we accumulate. Sorry. But it's important for us to water seeds, allow that storm to water seeds, so that way it can grow into armor. That way it can grow into something that continues to evolve, continues to strengthen, but protects you in a new way. It protects you in a way that still allows and makes room for softness. It protects you in a way that does not keep you distant from anything that can actually help you, because sometimes we refuse things that are sent to help us, or refuse things just because of the hurt and the pain that we're going through or experiencing, or just it makes room for so much like pride and just things that are really debilitating, but we feel like it's helping us out, and we don't see the damage that it truly causes. And that's honestly, that's a lot within itself. The protection that we do is actually damaging us when we're actually open and willing. And I don't know, I think once you shouldn't have to learn a lesson twice. Like, once you get burned once, you're not gonna have to touch the stove again and know it's hot. So if you don't learn from the when you do learn from the lesson, then you're not gonna run into that same wound again. So it's like getting the vaccination. You might as well expose yourself to it, so that way, boom, you don't have to, unless it's like really detrimental, unless it's really detrimental. I think that, and like, you know, off rip that it's gonna be harmful, don't partake. But if you don't know, you'll never know until you know the lesson presents itself. But I hope that all made sense. I hope I didn't talk in a circle. Thank you so much for your time and for listening, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And you know, I don't know how to close these yet, but mind, body, soul, no, love, peace, love, and soul. My mind is so scattered. I'm telling you, I'm so nervous doing these videos. I'll get used to it eventually. I'm not there yet.